Hello guys, again, welcome again to my YouTube channel to this part of my video, and today is going to be live trading on what I'm doing. I was trying to go on YouTube live. I don't know, it's not working out for me. Trying to like go live on YouTube, but anyway, it's fine. But in a trade on GBPJPY, and you guys might be wondering what the hell, why are you selling GBPJPY? And this is the reasons to why. I just trying to also document my trade at the same time, teach you guys of how my strategy is. This week has actually been very this week has been very, should I say, this has been very good, profitable. I Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Thursday, right? Today is Thursday, right? Let me check the date. Yeah, today is Thursday. Wow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday has been profitable. I am hoping that also GPJPY will also be profitable. I missed a trade today actually on EU, and let me just show you guys real quick. I missed this trade. I might call it a missed trade. Okay, market didn't get my entry. Sorry, look at some crazy stuff happening. I think market didn't get my entry, but let me just show you guys real quick why I would have taken, why I applauded to take this trade. First thing first, you see this trend line first, second, and this is the third of the trend line. This is also an area that led to this break of these two structure zone, right? It led to the break of this and break of that. This is a very good, as they call it, supply demand zone. So, and the third of the trend line does the trick, and I came out to my 30-minute time frame, and this is my 30-minute time frame. So, and you can see this if you check on the 50 minute, that's where you'll be able to see the double top clearly there. So if you check out, you see the double top clear. All right. So what I needed was for market to, at this point when it pulled back, I was in a wait. This is about 3:30 a.m. I'm sleeping at that time, Nigerian time. So what I wanted was market to get back to this zone, and then I'll hop in and actually set my order. In fact, I wanted it to just come down around here. Just around here is where I was taking the trade. And market just didn't come down. It just backed up. I was like, oh, here we go. But this is a very clean setup. Let me draw. Okay, there's an okay. Actually, give an actual line, and he didn't break it, but I didn't see that. What I wanted was to just come down here and I've taken for a trade. That was early mornings around 7:30 a.m. I would have taken for this way. Actually, I would have liked to get out around just so, and I missed it. But that's fine. It happens. Sometimes we miss trades because of maybe we're too patient or you didn't get our entry, and always stick market didn't get your entry. Just leave it. Let it go. You didn't get your entry. Let it go. So yeah, that was by the way. So GBPJPY is the trade I am in on. Let me show you guys on my account, on my Profim account. My trading, my Profim here. Right now I don't know, we are being choppy. There's news today actually CPI, but I don't know whether it's going to affect. But whatever the case may be, it's fine. Whether it affects it or it doesn't affect it, we are fine. So let me show it to you guys real quick. GBPJPY on my funded next account, trading account. So yeah, let me increase the brightness to fullest. So yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, see that. So you see GBPJPY sell I'm using just risking you be 0.04 lots. Let's see how it goes. So let's plug this right back in. Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, that was it. And this is the reason for the trade. Let's check out the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we are in. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we are in a downtrend. The market is making a series of is breaking structure to the downside. The only thing that I don't like in this show is this big bullish candle that bust out here, but it's fine. Let's see what happens. So we see we've broken. We've just been a downtrend. Remember, we follow the trend and check out on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, you can see market is in this area, this zone right here. Let me plot out something real quick. This is an area of this is an interest. This is an area of interest. All right, this is an area of interest. Whenever we are low, push down, push up, right? Alright. So yeah, okay, cool. So you see there is a resistance zone. We've broken it. We broke the resistance zone, closed above it. That is the only thing making me skeptical about this trade. But aside from that, it's a downtrend. We can see that on the 4 hour. That the 4 hour tells us it's a downtrend, and then we got this pin bar in a downtrend. A 4 hour pin bar in a downtrend, which is very valid. All right, we got this 4 hour pin bar. You can see in a downtrend. These things usually work very well when they're with the trend. So you check out on the 1 hour, you can see on the 1 hour we got this very engulfing candle, bearish engulfing that engulfed the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, previous 7, 8, 7, the previous 8 1 hours. So it engulfed the whole from 12 a.m. The whole of Asian session, it engulfed it as at London session. It engulfed the whole of Asian session and push right back below it. So what we're hoping for is that market is going to keep tanking, and this is where my TP is going to be likely, because likely just going to get here and then I'll spike back up again because of this trend line, but that'll be for another day. So that's why I'm actually taking this trade. Then you check on our 30-minute time frame. All I wanted was just a pullback, and we're in on the trade. What I just wanted was I drew this a little bit of support area. All I wanted was market to break and close below it multiple times, and you see it close below it, and I think it's still good. This one is still going to close below it. Hopefully, let's watch and see what it does. It's going to probably close below it. So this is what we're actually looking for. You can see the double top, the engulfing candles. So let's watch and see what happens. My risk to reward is just I'm taking a 1:2 risk to reward ratio, 1:2.5. So let's see how it goes. If it gives us a good move, good. But if not, this pre-week has actually been very profitable. So if you see a retracement back, you can still sell. Right now, it's still even good to sell GBPJPY. It's still early. Market has not gone too down. So, but if you see a retracement enter, this trade is actually one of a kind, in the sense that I like the way it's formed. The only thing I don't like about this trade is the break of this area here, the break of this resistance zone, and also another second break. I don't like when he breaks it. He broke it 2 times. I don't like that. Broke it the first time, broke it the second time. This resistance zone. But in every setup, there's always going to be something that will counter why the trade shouldn't go. But what you should always do is that you should weigh them. How many things says sell, then how many things says buy? If the things that say sell are more than the things that say buy, then you sell. So right now, the only thing I'm skeptical about is that just this thing. That's all. Just that it has broken resistance zone twice. First time it came out, broke it again. But nevertheless, let's watch and see what happens. So I'm not going to stay up this trade. I'll just allow it to run, but okay, I think let's just wait till it closes. If it closes like this, then boom, we are in. If it closes like this, then this trade is let me say 30 is becomes 25% short or 30% short. It closes like this. Let's wait 3 minutes and see what happens. In that 3 minutes, we'll just be scanning around other trades. Gold. I had a friend, I was like, I should buy gold, and he's buying gold now. And I was like, see, the thing about my strategy is that I use trend lines very well. And you guys know very well, I use trend lines very well. And what I've noticed over the months and years, I don't want to say years, maybe be like say I've been trading for like 8 years, 500 years ago. Because I've actually been trading for like 2 years, and just last year, the end in December, I made it just 2 years. So I believe I'm still a baby, but I'm a big baby in the game. All right. So what I've noticed about the market is, yes, if the market reach an area of interest, let's say that this zone, a lot of people, let's put in 1 hour. A lot of people now, especially XMC and SCT guys, are gonna look out for these zones because they'll call this a demand zone, sorry, supply zone. All right, markets, big candles emerge from here. All right, cool. And I use supply zones; it works. All right, but I use them in conjunction with other confluences. All these things work when you combine them with other confluences. So now, when market reach a zone, it doesn't just mean that market reach a zone, it just stands down to start going out your direction. No. And now also the possibility of market getting here and showing signs of bearishness is very high. When market reach a demand zone, it always does that. When market reach a point of interest, it always go down. You really always see those ones that will just not even respect it, you not even show any pullback, will just smash it and go back up. You hardly always see those ones. So I think what he told me was actually that this candle here, and I've known that, see, market getting here, it is bound to do something that shows. Come on, this is an area of interest. Come on, look at these supply zones here. Look at these large candles that I made from here. So definitely the market is going to, pull back. It's going to react from those zones. But what we want to know is that, is it going to keep on reacting? Is it going to react impulsively very well? That is going to go down to our TP. All right. So how do I used to know that? What I used to do is, once a trend breaks, because now looking at this now, it comes there. A lot of people are going to run, like especially SMC guys, they're going to want to put that interest there. They're going to put that stuff above the previous one, and they're going to be targeting the next structure, which is probably here. So it's going to be giving them 1:3 points, almost 1:3.5 to what. It is exactly what SMC guys are going to be looking out for, or ICT, or supply and demand guys. All right. But what I used to do, and I think is the best thing to always do, is let the structure change. All right. There's something called, there is the main trend, and in a trend there's other trends. All right. A 4 hour could be trending upwards, but the 1 hour, the 30 minute is in a downtrend. So now, if you're saying we trade with the trend, wait. I've said it before in my video. Wait for your immediate time frame to also switch trend to the downside. Because let me tell you, whether I like it or not, a 4 hour uptrend starts from the 5 minutes, or from the 1 minute. The 1 minute to first of all start breaking structures to the upside. So follows the 5, so follows the 15, the 30, the 1 hour. Then the 4 hour will now also display that oh yeah, we're going up. But they always start from the lower time frame. So always wait for the lower time frame to switch trend. Let me switch trend first. So what do I mean by that? Now let's go back to the 15 minute now. Now market reach our zone, right? Let me clear this off. So when he told me, he was like, yeah, he's going to be looking to sell the market at this zone. And then you could see this very big candle that popped out. You're going to be like, yeah, good, we're selling. But what I just did is I drew this trend line. Let me clear it off and draw it again. When I just drew this trend line. And I said, let me put in the 30 minute. Okay, I think we've reached 12. We've reached 3 minutes. Let's check out what GBPJPY did. How did it close? Okay, yeah, I like the way it closed. Yeah, it closed well. I like the way it closed. Let me check the 1 hour. Yeah, I like the way it closed. Yeah, we're going down. Yep, we are heading down to the downside. And GBPJPY is selling, heading from Kinsey's radio first. So let's go back to XAUS, what I was saying. So GBPJPY selling to the moon, or not to the moon. I should use it to the sun, I mean to the ground, whatever. So what I did is I just drew this, and I did this thing here. I drew this thing here. Whenever it breaks, and then probably give me a retest, and I'll enter. Sometimes you could break it and just keep on going, not give you any entry. So retest back here for you to enter. Or a break and retest. This thing means a break and this means a retest. Then I'll hop in. This thing has saved me a lot of times. Waiting for your internal structure, or call it fractal structure, to also change trend before you like to buy or sell the market. I made a mistake here too. Same thing. I should have waited for this thing. I wanted to sell, or it was buying. I should have waited for it to first of all sell, break the structure before I can now sell. My internal structure. It happens on the 15 minute, 30 minute. 15 minutes is still uptrend. I want to sell, man. I think I'll make a video on that, but always wait for your fractal structure to change trend before you can look out to sell. So now you can see, I don't know if I entered the trade, but it was really certain that it was going to enter the trade. So if you entered, by now, I'm guessing probably, except the stop loss was way above here, which I doubt your stop loss is going to be above there. So by now, probably you must have hit stop loss. Not like see if I'm trying to brag that he's all, that's just that I used to do that, and it used to hit my stop loss a lot. Now I wait for my internal structure to change. So thank you very much, guys. Let's wait out and see what GBPJPY is doing. It's retracing. Well, this market is going to go down. I know that. All right, it's going to go down. So let's wait. Oh, CPI is coming up. I don't know what CPI is going to come and do. That's another thing. That's another thing that's making me afraid of this trade. CPI is coming up. But anyway, if we lose, fine. This week has already been profitable. If I lose this trade, tomorrow I'm going to trade. If I don't say setup share, I say setup gonna trade. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and peace out. See you next on my YouTube video. Like and subscribe and comment. All right, mostly comments. I want to know what you guys want and what you guys want to know, want me to talk about. I know all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much, and